What's going on, everybody? Thought it'd be fun to take a little trip down memory lane and take a look at 2K Sports All Pro Football 2K8. This is the last football game that 2K Sports made, and when you would first boot up this game, one thing I remember, like, you just want to play the game right away when it first comes out, but you actually have to create a team from the get-go, which is kind of something a little bit different than what I was used to at the time. So for this, I'm going to create a team kind of in the same line of when way back in the 40s during World War II, when the Philadelphia Eagles combined with the Pittsburgh Steelers and made the Steagles. So this is going to be a team with Eagle and Steelers players. So you have these different tiers of players that you can add to your team. So we'll start with the gold star first. And these are all former great players. And one of my favorite Eagle players growing up, Reggie White. We'll go with Reggie White on there for one of our gold players. And I want this team to have some defensive flavor to it. So if we look here at the corners available, we have Rod Woodson. Those will be our two gold players. Then for silver, let's look here and see. We would like a decent quarterback. We got Randall Cunningham on here. We'll go with Randall. Or for you Tecmo Super Bowl fans out there, QB Eagles. Some targets to go through. Irving Fryer, he didn't play with the Eagles very long, but growing up in Nebraska, I was an Irving Fryer fan. Here we go. Pete Pihos. Maybe a decent offensive lineman on here. Dermonte Dawson. There we go. And then some bronze players. Oh, here we go. We could go with Barry Foster. And I do remember they had I'm a fullback person. So let's go with the Steelers backfield there, since we have some Eagles already represented. And see what we got for wide receivers on here. Yeah, we'll go Thigpen. Okay, now for some depth on defense. Try. Oh, we got Mike Golick on here. Get a solid defensive line with this. Be another defensive end. Clyde Simmons. For a bronze star, has a lot of special abilities on there. And then maybe another secondary player. Here we go, Tom Brookshire. It would have been cool to have like Chuck Bednarik or, somebody at a linebacker, but I do want to have at least one silver offensive weapon. And I want to have a good offensive lineman. I don't think there's a lot of impact offensive linemen for Brown Stars for either the Eagles or the Steelers. All right, that looks good. So we'll move on. Okay, now it asks you what kind of players you want to fill the rest of your roster. I'm going to go with run block offensive lineman. Defensive lineman. Go with pass rush. Linebackers, I'm going to go run support. Corners, I'm going to have coverage. And safeties, I'll have be balanced. Quarterback, we have Randall, who's a scrambler, so we'll go balanced. For our backup, receivers, we have some that are kind of possession guys, so let's maybe put some deep threats in there. Running backs, stay with balanced. And I think we're pretty good with that. All right, team logos. So they have kind of different groups here. I like this Iron Men one. They don't really have a good way to combine, like you can't create a custom name like Steagles on here. So I might just have the team be based in Philadelphia, but we'll have the logo be more Steelers related. Iron Men will work. And we'll change the city name to Philadelphia. I think there's like a retro stadium, like an 80s style stadium in here. Yeah, here we go. Municipal Stadium. I like that. Then we'll go down here to edit team package. So for its time, this actually is a pretty good uniform editing options in here. So let's go edit the uniform type for the home jersey. I want it to be similar to those Steagles jerseys, which were actually Eagle uniforms, and Steelers they're Eagle uniforms and Steelers pants and socks, I believe. So we'll go with that stripe there that they had for the Eagles in the 40s. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay. We'll just put the numbers in there. For the pants. You can find, actually the pants were Steelers, so they're just a solid color. All right. Socks. Let's see. something that looked kind of cool. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, and then for the numbers, let's see what the some kind of a retro. Let's just go with that first option on there. Looks good for player name. We'll take the neckline logo off. Alright, that looks good. Then we can go to our here. Then we'll go to our away uniforms. It's the same styles here. I don't know which I like better with those shoulders. Maybe we'll put the numbers just up on the shoulder. I wish I had an option to not have them on there at all. Got it's here. Got the fourth option for the socks. Okay. And so these look pretty similar. All right, then we can go to the helmet. Now the helmet will be difficult to match on this because it was one of those old style helmets on there, so let's maybe go. We'll go something like this. We're gonna take the logo off the helmet. Okay, then for accessories, something like that. And gloves. All right, so our uniform is created. All right, and actually I need to go back to teams, manage team. Go back in here. Okay, here we go. Accidentally exited out of there. So global colors now. Say primary color going to be green. Let's go with that. Secondary color is going to be this gold. And then we'll use some white and black. And some gray. All right, then we'll go down here to edit the colors for our uniform. So the uniform here, we have the main, and the trim is that kind of gray there. Would it be better to, no, I think gray is fine for it. I think that would be okay. That white is a little bright. And then we'll go down here to the shoulders. That looks good. Okay, and then the pants. I think we want to add another color. I'm actually going to go up here to global colors. And over here, we want to find like kind of a tan color for the pants, I think. Okay, and then go back down here to edit colors. See how this looks. That looks a little better. More authentic. And then for the socks, the base color of the socks is going to be gold. Let's go black for the stripes. Number. Outline will be white. Here we go. Same for the name and for the helmets. Okay, team name there is black, jersey is white, and pants. We'll go white for that. Actually, no, let's go black. There we go. Okay, so that's the colors for the home uniform. Then we can go to away. Perfect. Pants will be the same kind of golden color. Socks. Number here, we'll go that looks good. Then black. And pants will be black. Okay, then over to the logo. Let's see. We can kind of have this be green and gold. Go something like that. Okay, then to our helmet. The shell of this these uniforms back then, I think we'll go white for that, and then the stripe is going to be green. And then the face mask, they actually didn't have face masks. You can go with a gray face mask, I think. All right, then our accessories. Something like that, and then the shoes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, one thing left I might do is go back one more time and global color this last gray. We try that. We go back to the helmets. Try a darker gray for those. And I think our team is set. One last thing. Let's go back to and edit these helmet colors one last time. I know it was kind of white on the outside of the helmets back then. But I might, just to have it match the uniforms a little bit more, I might go green for the shell. Oops. Then have the helmet match like that. And there we go. So a lot of cool features for it. If you can find an old copy of All Pro Football 2K, there are a lot of fun customizations in there, and it's neat that you can create your own teams. The drawback is you have to do a lot of front loading. You have to build your teams and all that first, but then you can play a season and that's what I'll do with my next few videos, is kind of have a season with our Philadelphia Ironman. Let me know if you've played this game or if what teams you've created, and do you like this better than the NFL 2K5, or do you think 2K5 is better? Let me know in the comments, and we'll catch you on our next video.